All right, guys, we're going to go over a few things here that we've been discussing about the server merge that's coming up. Just a few things that I've learned from the forums that they've been talking about on their Discord, and just to kind of clarify a few things that I've learned as well. So the first thing is people are asking, how do you merge to the new server? Where do you go? How does that work? So here's basically what you're supposed to do. So if you have a personal portal such as this, which is the normal teleporter, you can use this to get to not another server, but to get to one of the world portals. Okay, that's all that people were talking about. So you want to just get to a world portal as fast as possible. Once you get to one of these world portals, and I will show a graphic here on the screen, you will just basically interact with it. Once your server is live and accepts this merge, you should just be able to hold E on it, and you'll see an option here on the side. And you should get a list of options to actually choose one of those new servers to merge to. So getting back to how you actually merge is basically you want to make sure that you are not using your main character, your primary initial character. Instead, what you want to do is you probably want to use a tribesman. Now, this sounds a little confusing at first, but just hear me out. So the whole point of this is to switch to a tribesman. So let's just switch to a tribesman right now. I'm going to pick someone that I know has a lot of bag space, backpack expansion. And then I'm also going to make sure that they have a lot of weight, which this person does. We're going to control that person. Okay, so now we're no longer controlling our initial character. We're now controlling a tribes person, someone that we actually tamed from a while back. Now we would use this person, load them up with everything that we want, get them on a mount, get them all the stuff that we need to go to the actual world portal, and then transfer that person to the other server. Now, once they're on the other server, we want to assume that this person is saved, which I would imagine you would do that before you leave anyway. So you just want to save your person. So if we went over here to the mysterious stone table, we would then make sure that we save this character. So we go to remodel. Let's get rid of that guy for a minute, and we would just save this worker, right? So now I'm saved as this person that's about to go to this other server. We then go to the other server, and what we would then do is we would put down our building blocks and supplies that we have. I recommend that you bring all the supplies that you need to basically move to the other server. So, for example, I'm bringing, wires, building blocks, my storage, some energy gathering crystals because you don't want to run out of energy on the other side. That could get weird if you're trying to teleport around, and of course some fuel. Okay, so once we're all set and ready to go, we would then go over to the other side, and then you would probably make sure that you get rid of this character in terms of like just forcing a respawn. You can do that by hitting escape and doing respawn once we have our base set up. And what that does is that allows you to spawn as your initial character on the other server. So that's how you'll move your initial character to the other server, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but from what I've been reading, that seems like that's the way to do it, or the best way to do it, is to get your initial character there by using a tribesman who respawns and then gets your other new character on there. A little weird, but that's the way they're doing it. Regardless of that, once we're over there, we can then resurrect this character, how you normally would, where you just go here on the stone table and then just choose respawn, which would show up right here as like respawn if they were deceased. And that's how you do it. And so then once we're done with that, we can then recontrol this character and then come back through the portal to go get more stuff, and you can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you can start beginning the moving process. So it's a little bit tricky. A few other things I want to talk about. There was some confusion I saw on the forums, so let's just talk about what those things were that I noticed. The first confusing thing was the initial character thing that I just talked about. The second thing was people were saying just use this portal, which is called a cross-server battle portal that you can make. This portal is not to be used for this. This is for something completely different in the game. So the answer is no, you would not be using this. So this green portal has nothing to do with cross-server capabilities. That's for something totally different, guys. So you would not want to use that. So forget that, throw that out the window. The second thing that I saw that was confusing people is they were thinking that they could go to another server through their personal portal. And like I said at the beginning of the video, that is false. You just use your personal portal to go to a major network portal, one of these major world portals. Okay, it doesn't matter which one, you just got to be at one of them. If you don't want to do it that way, you can just as easily get on your mount, take anything you want to go across the server, and just go run over to one of the normal servers by yourself if you don't want to take your own portal to it. I don't know why you would. If you have the capability to do it, then just do it normally. But then you could just, make your way to a normal world portal and then travel that way. But either way, it has to be at a world portal. Now, I have also been hearing complaints about their servers being full. So people are not able to transfer to their new server. I don't know, because North American servers will be later this week. That could be a thing. That could be a problem. I don't really know, but I would recommend you do it as early as possible once you know that your server allows you to transfer and do the merge. So yeah, hopefully some of these things help a little bit. Also, I will give you guys a few pointers for merging. You probably want to make sure that you use a llama, and there's a few reasons for that. The llama can basically hold like a lot of items and stuff, just like the elephant can. But for the most part, you're going to be going slow no matter what. I mean, the elephant can carry a lot of weight, which is nice. But the problem with the elephant is it has a lot of portal problems that I've been hearing, where people will get on the elephant and it won't let you go through the portal. Sometimes you have to do it multiple times. And in an area that's so sticky, such as this, when people are moving and getting disconnected and trying to transfer and it gets crazy, I always make sure I use things that I know work fine, that are clean, and just get me there as quickly as possible. So you can use an elephant, but sometimes the elephant can be glitchy and it will say that it can't go to the other side because it's being blocked by something. It's big and bulky. Another problem with the elephant is it will not follow you correctly, whereas the llama will, even if it's overweight. So there's just something there to consider. Another thing is be careful about where you're going. You're going to another server, another map, and they're wiping all of the markers. So if you had all these not these ones are part of the game, but if you had like custom markers right here, these markers are going to be gone. So for example, if I have a marker somewhere, like I have this right here for coal or something, that marker's going away. So if you have a plan to live in the same spot that you were in already, my best bet is or my best advice would be to basically screenshot where you are in the world here, and then make sure you know where you're going when you go across the server, because otherwise, there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to remember exactly where you were, because there won't be a marker in this new world that we're going to. So just something to consider there. Also, like I said before, and I'll just reiterate, make sure you guys have some of these energy crystals. You can make these in the Mysterious Stone table over here. So you just want to make sure you go into your Mysterious Stone table. And we're going to go to craft, and we're going to make a bunch of these energy gathering crystals. And you can see a few behind my camera here. So you're going to want to make a bunch of these, because when you're running around doing things, jumping through hoops on the other server, the last thing you want to do is run out of energy and say, oh crap, now I have to go find crystals. It's going to slow the whole process down. So just make sure you guys make a lot of these energy gathering crystals so we can just eat these and refill our mask with energy, and we can go through teleports a lot easier. So hopefully some of these tips help you guys a little bit. There's a few other things, but that's pretty much the big stuff that I've been seeing on their Discord. So, all right, guys, catch you at the next one. And if you guys need any more tips or tricks, check out some of my other videos. A lot of cool guides on there that can help you kind of get started in a lot of different areas.